didn't change its posture. When I walked in, it kept its silence balanced, as if I had always been here. I placed my thoughts down gently, not in order, not in rows. Some leaned against the window, others stayed close to the floor. The clock learned a different language, one without sharp edges. Seconds passed like fabric, soft enough not to crease. The chair accepted my weight without adjustment. The table held nothing urgent and didn't expect more. Outside sound stayed outside. They knew better than to enter. Inside the air settled fully, as if movement had finished. I didn't search for the quiet, it recognized me first. Found a space between my breaths and decided to remain. And nothing needed alignment, nothing asked to be improved. Stillness found a place to land, and I stayed where it stopped. For a while, time felt optional, not missing, just unnecessary. The room held its calm intact and let the moment stay. Coffee cools beside the glass, a quiet hum of time that slowly drifts. You said the world feels fast outside, but here it finally starts to breathe. The sunlight folds into the chair, dust and dreams begin to dance. No rush, no voice, just air and thought, like gentle warmth upon my hands. I used to chase the louder songs, but peace was what I really craved. Now silence hums in soft guitar, and everything feels just okay. Stay with this calm, don't move too soon. Let all the noise fall out of tune. This is the sound that I've been needing. Quiet, softly healing. The city fades beyond the door, but hear the minutes stretching slow. Every breath turns into gold. In this small cafe my soul unfolds. Maybe tomorrow calls again, but for tonight I just remain. With every note that gently falls, I find my heart get this calm, don't move too soon. Let all the noise fall out of tune. This melody keeps softly leading. A quiet night that feels like meaning.
The room feels warmer now, light resting a little longer. I lean back into the chair, letting the hours loosen. Coffee rings mark the table time, leaving gentle signs. Nothing feels unfinished, nothing asks my name. The cafe breathes a little deeper, not sleepy, just calm. Voices fade into texture, becoming part of the air. My thoughts move slowly, but they move with ease. No need to hurry them, no need to stop. The piano follows my breathing, never stepping ahead. A soft jazz color drifts through like shade on a wall. Outside, the day keeps going. Inside, it pauses kindly. I stay where warmth collects and waits. Another sip, almost forgotten. Another song passing by. I don't count the minutes, I let them pass. This afternoon holds me quiet but awake. Nothing rushes me forward, and I'm fine staying here.
We didn't arrive at the same time, but the room made space for both. Nothing shifted when you sat down. The calm stayed intact.
Your cup cooled at a different pace. Mine stayed warm a little longer. The table held both without comment, as if it had done this before.
We didn't exchange the usual words, no need to outline the moment. Some presence works better without being acknowledged.
The quiet move between us, not dividing, not joining. It rested where sound might be, and chose to remain. Outside, footsteps past the window. Inside, nothing followed them. The air didn't lean toward either side. It stayed evenly still.
I notice your breathing change,
You noticed nothing at all.
and that felt balanced.
Balanced in a way talking wouldn't be.
Time loosened its
grip on sequence. Minutes overlap softly between us. The quiet knew how long to stay. body sharing stillness and letting it be enough. The room looks slightly different, not changed, just clearer. As if something unnecessary had quietly stepped aside. Light touched the edges first, not the center. It traced familiar shapes and let them breathe. I noticed details without effort, the grain of the table, the way the window held the sky without pulling it in. Nothing felt louder than before, nothing needed attention. The calm stayed balanced and easy to see through. My thoughts lined up gently, not in rows, just nearby. They didn't ask to be used, only acknowledged. Outside the day continued softly. Inside the view felt steady, bright enough to trust, quiet enough to stay. This calm had a clear view, not sharp, not distant. It saw what mattered and left the rest alone. I stayed with that perspective without naming what it was. Sometimes seeing clearly is already enough.
I don't notice when I slow down. It happens on its own. The day loosens quietly without asking me to change. My breath finds a deeper place, not heavy, just wide. Nothing waits at the edge, nothing needs to arrive. The room feels steady around me, like it knows how this goes. I stay where I've already landed and let the rest drift past. No moment pushes the next one, no second leans ahead. Time settles into itself and I follow without thought. I'm not holding on to silence, it's simply holding me. There's space between each sound, and that space feels kind. The light stays where it is, it doesn't try to move. I let my shoulders fall and trust the pace I'm in. If this is how calm feels, I don't need more than this. Just staying inside the moment long enough to breathe.
She lowers her voice slightly, as if the day is listening. Nothing more needs saying, the air already knows.
He follows without answering, a step behind then still. The space between their words feels complete on its own.
The guitar barely moves now, strings resting more than sounding. Each note arrives carefully, then chooses not to stay.
She lets the silence finish, trusting it will hold. He stays close to the moment without reaching for it. The room feels empty gently, not gone, just clear. Time releases its edges and becomes easy. They don't mark the ending, it arrives by itself. Everything slows together without a signal to stop.
When the last sound fades out, nothing feels missing. Two voices leave quietly, the calm remains, and the day closes softly.
We didn't signal the moment, it simply noticed us. Slowed his steps near the table and waited without asking.
The clock stayed on the wall, but stopped insisting. Its hands moved more carefully, as if aware of our pace.
Your silence didn't interrupt mine. Mine didn't lean toward yours. The space between us widened just enough for time to listen. Outside, the afternoon continued. Inside, it softened its edges. Minutes stretched without effort and forgot their original shape.
We didn't mark where we were or how long it had been. Time adjusted quietly and followed our breathing.
A pause settled into the room,
Not empty, not full.
the kind that doesn't disappear.
Once it's been noticed, time learned our rhythm without being taught. It stayed where we were and moved only when we did.
When the moment finally shifted,
Nothing felt taken away. Time left us intact, and we remained unhurried. The afternoon settles in, no longer passing through. Light stays where it lands, comfortable with the room. guitar keeps a steady path, not searching, not waiting. Each chord feels familiar, like something I've known. My voice moves without effort, clear and unguarded. Nothing needs to rise or fall. It simply continues. Thoughts arrange themselves quietly on their own. Focus feels unforced, easy to return to. Time no longer announces itself, it blends into the air. Hours feel generous, willing to be shared. I stay with what is present, not holding, not leaving. The calm has found its rhythm, and so have I. When the sound finally thins, the afternoon remains. It doesn't ask for more, it's already enough, exactly as it is.
The room feels steady again, like something found its place. No need to speak too much. The air already understands. My voice stays low and even, not leaning anywhere. The guitar holds the floor, letting silence do its work. What past is still present, what's coming can wait. This moment stands on its own, without borrowing from either. I notice how calm returns, not suddenly, just sure. Each breath lands softly, as if practiced before. Nothing here asks for proof, nothing needs to change. The day feels manageable, exactly as it is. Time rests its weight evenly across the table and chairs. I stay where things feel balanced, without checking the hour. When the sound finally settles, it doesn't disappear. It stays beneath the quiet, ready to hold the afternoon. Evening light still holds the room, not too bright and not too low. Nothing saying we should leave, just the calm we already know. Guitar hums in open chords, soft as breathing in the air. Every note arrives on time, like it's always waited. To close the door,
no reason to explain. I'll come back to this again. Coast to calm and easy place. Every sound feels familiar, like a room I recognize. Coffee cup still on the table. Chairs not pushed against the wall. Even silence seems to stay, like it doesn't mind at all. Outside fades into the night. Inside keeps a gentle tone. Not a promise, not a plan, just a place that feels like be counting down the end, just a flow that lingers on, like a song you don't turn off when you know the day's not gone. I'll come back to this again. Soft guitar and quiet light. Every ending feels the same. Not goodbye, just out of sight. The room stays warm. The sound moves on.
The day has found its quiet shape, no edges left to smooth. We sit with lights still on the walls and nothing left to prove. Your hand rests close to mine, not asking, not unsure, just sharing space we've settled into, easy and secure. Outside the hours drift along, inside we let them be. There's comfort in this stillness now that feels like honesty. We talk about the little things, then let the words dissolve. Some moments don't need meaning, they only need resolve. The warmth remains between our cups, though coffee's nearly gone. This calm outlives the afternoon and knows where we belong. We've gathered more than we expected from this unguarded time, a softness we can carry forward past the end of line. Nothing fades when we stand up, nothing asks us to rush. The quiet follows as we move, like something meant for us. This morning stays with us somehow long after light is past. We leave without leaving it behind, a calm that's built to last.
didn't change its posture. When I walked in, it kept its silence balanced, as if I had always been here. I placed my thoughts down gently, not in order, not in rows. Some leaned against the window, others stayed close to the floor. The clock learned a different language, one without sharp edges. Seconds passed like fabric, soft enough not to crease. The chair accepted my weight without adjustment. The table held nothing urgent and didn't expect more. Outside sounds stayed outside. They knew better than to enter. Inside the air settled fully, as if movement had finished. I didn't search for the quiet, it recognized me first. Found a space between my breaths and decided to remain. And nothing needed alignment, nothing asked to be improved. Stillness found a place to land, and I stayed where it stopped. For a while, time felt optional, not missing, just unnecessary. The room held its calm intact and let the moment stay.
Coffee cools beside the glass, a quiet hum of time that slowly drifts. You said the world feels fast outside, but here it finally starts to breathe. The sunlight folds into the chair, dust and dreams begin to dance. No rush, no voice, just air and thought, like gentle warmth upon my hands. I used to chase the louder songs, but peace was what I really craved. Now silence hums in soft guitar, and everything feels just okay. Stay with this calm, don't move too soon. Let all the noise fall out of tune. This is the sound that I've been needing. Quiet, softly healing. The city fades beyond the door, but here the minutes stretching slow. Every breath turns into gold. In this small cafe my soul unfolds. Maybe tomorrow calls again, but for tonight I just remain. With every note that gently falls, I find my heart this calm, don't move too soon. Let all the noise fall out of tune. This melody keeps softly leading. A quiet night that feels like meaning.
The room feels warmer now, light resting a little longer. I lean back into the chair, letting the hours loosen. Coffee rings mark the table time, leaving gentle signs. Nothing feels unfinished, nothing asks my name. The cafe breathes a little deeper, not sleepy, just calm. Voices fade into texture, becoming part of the air. My thoughts move slowly, but they move with ease. No need to hurry them, no need to stop. The piano follows my breathing, never stepping ahead. A soft jazz color drifts through like shade on a wall. Outside, the day keeps going. Inside, it pauses kindly. I stay where warmth collects and waits. Another sip, almost forgotten. Another song passing by. I don't count the minutes, I let them pass. This afternoon holds me quiet but awake. Nothing rushes me forward, and I'm fine staying here.
We didn't arrive at the same time, but the room made space for both. Nothing shifted when you sat down. The calm stayed intact.
Your cup cooled at a different pace. Mine stayed warm a little longer. The table held both without comment, as if it had done this before.
We didn't exchange the usual words, no need to outline the moment. Some presence works better without being acknowledged.
The quiet move between us, not dividing, not joining. It rested where sound might be, and chose to remain. Outside, footsteps past the window. Inside, nothing followed them. The air didn't lean toward either side. It stayed evenly still.
I notice your breathing change,
You noticed nothing at all.
and that felt
Balanced in a way talking wouldn't be. Time loosened its grip on sequence. Minutes overlapped softly between us. The quiet knew how long to stay. reason to leave. Two bodies sharing stillness and letting it be enough. The room looks slightly different, not changed, just clearer. As if something unnecessary had quietly stepped aside. Light touched the edges first, not the center. It traced familiar shapes and let them breathe. I noticed details without effort, the grain of the table, the way the window held the sky without pulling it in. Nothing felt louder than before, nothing needed attention. The calm stayed balanced and easy to see through. My thoughts lined up gently, not in rows, just nearby. They didn't ask to be used, only acknowledged. Outside the day continued softly. Inside the view felt steady, bright enough to trust, quiet enough to stay. This calm had a clear view, not sharp, not distant. It saw what mattered and left the rest alone. I stayed with that perspective without naming what it was. Sometimes seeing clearly is already enough.
I don't notice when I slow down. It happens on its own. The day loosens quietly without asking me to change. My breath finds a deeper place, not heavy, just wide. Nothing waits at the edge, nothing needs to arrive. The room feels steady around me, like it knows how this goes. I stay where I've already landed and let the rest drift past. No moment pushes the next one, no second leans ahead. Time settles into itself and I follow without thought. I'm not holding on to silence, it's simply holding me. There's space between each sound, and that space feels kind. The light stays where it is, it doesn't try to move. I let my shoulders fall and trust the pace I'm in. If this is how calm feels, I don't need more than this. Just staying inside the moment long enough to breathe. Ooh.
She lowers her voice slightly, as if the day is listening. Nothing more needs saying, the air already knows.
He follows without answering, a step behind then still. The space between their words feels complete on its own.
The guitar barely moves now, strings resting more than sounding. Each note arrives carefully, then chooses not to stay.
She lets the silence finish, trusting it will hold. He stays close to the moment without reaching for it. The room feels empty gently, not gone, just clear. Time releases its edges and becomes easy. They don't mark the ending, it arrives by itself. Everything slows together without a signal to stop.
When the last sound fades out, nothing feels missing. Two voices leave quietly, the calm remains, and the day closes softly.
We didn't signal the moment, it simply noticed us. Slowed its steps near the table and waited without asking.
The clock stayed on the wall, but stopped insisting. Its hands moved more carefully, as if aware of our pace.
Your silence didn't interrupt mine. Mine didn't lean toward yours. The space between us widened just enough for time to listen. Outside, the afternoon continued. Inside, it softened its edges. Minutes stretched without effort and forgot their original shape.
We didn't mark where we were or how long it had been. Time adjusted quietly and followed our breathing.
A pause settled into the room,
Not empty, not full.
the kind that doesn't disappear.
Once it's been noticed, time learned our rhythm without being taught. It stayed where we were and moved only when we did.
When the moment finally shifted,
Nothing felt taken away. Time left us intact, and we remained unhurried. The afternoon settles in, no longer passing through. Light stays where it lands, comfortable with the room. guitar keeps a steady path, not searching, not waiting. Each chord feels familiar, like something I've known. My voice moves without effort, clear and unguarded. Nothing needs to rise or fall. It simply continues. Thoughts arrange themselves quietly on their own. Focus feels unforced, easy to return to. Time no longer announces itself, it blends into the air. Hours feel generous, willing to be shared. I stay with what is present, not holding, not leaving. The calm has found its rhythm, and so have I. When the sound finally thins, the afternoon remains. It doesn't ask for more, it's already enough, exactly as it is.
The room feels steady again, like something found its place. No need to speak too much, the air already understands. My voice stays low and even, not leaning anywhere. The guitar holds the floor, letting silence do its work. What passed is still present, what's coming can wait. This moment stands on its own, without borrowing from either. I notice how calm returns, not suddenly, just sure. Each breath lands softly, as if practiced before. Nothing here asks for proof, nothing needs to change. The day feels manageable, exactly as it is. Time rests its weight evenly across the table and chairs. I stay where things feel balanced, without checking the hour. When the sound finally settles, it doesn't disappear. It stays beneath the quiet, ready to hold the afternoon. Evening light still holds the room, not too bright and not too low. Nothing saying we should leave, just the calm we already know. Guitar hums in open chords, soft as breathing in the air. Every note arrives on time, like it's always waited. No need to close the door, no reason
explain. I'll come back to this again. Coast to calm and easy place. Every sound feels familiar, like a room I recognize. Coffee cup still on the table. Chairs not pushed against the wall. Even silence seems to stay, like it doesn't mind at all. Outside fades into the night. Inside keeps a gentle tone. Not a promise, not a plan, just a place that feels like home. No beat counting down the end, just a flow that lingers on, like a song you don't turn off when you know the day's not gone. I'll come back to this again. Soft guitar and quiet light. Every ending feels the same. Not goodbye, just out of sight. The room stays warm. The sound moves on.
The day has found its quiet shape, no edges left to smooth. We sit with lights still on the walls and nothing left to prove. Your hand rests close to mine, not asking, not unsure, just sharing space we've settled into, easy and secure. Outside the hours drift along, inside we let them be. There's comfort in this stillness now that feels like honesty. We talk about the little things, then let the words dissolve. Some moments don't need meaning, they only need resolve. The warmth remains between our cups, though coffee's nearly gone. This calm outlives the afternoon and knows where we belong. We've gathered more than we expected from this unguarded time, a softness we can carry forward past the end of line. Nothing fades when we stand up, nothing asks us to rush. The quiet follows as we move, like something meant for us.